There's a couple of other names that I'm going to throw at you guys. Alfie Devine is one. He was on loan at Preston North End last season from Tottenham. Apparently did really well. Apparently there's interest from throughout the Championship at Celtic. Graham, I've been linked with him repeatedly over the last week or so. Obviously, personally, I haven't seen much of him, but again, on paper, he certainly sounds like a very good player.
Yeah, and if you watch his highlights as well, you'll see a bit of the Matt O'Reilly's about him as well. He's quite languid. He's good on the ball. He's got a good engine on him. He's a proper versatile midfielder. He came with a really good rep with Tottenham. A lot of these players just need to move. Preston's transfer record's just over 2 million. They're more than willing to pay the 6 million, which kind of shows you their estimations. They had an exclusive window up until July the 1st to sign him. The noises down there is that they're not out the fight, but they're keenly aware that other teams are in the mix. I think there's other Championship sides that like him. And then Celtic, obviously. Well, Martin O'Neill attended a Preston QPR game in April, and he admitted that he was down doing due diligence, and he said for the next manager, who turned out to be himself, and he put some names on the board, players of talent, and it was Alfie Devine he was there to have a look at, and I think everyone now knows that. But he looks a proper player, young midfielder, exactly what Cal McGregor needs as well. I always felt Cal McGregor was brought back to giving new energy with guys around him, like when Hatate was in his pomp and Matt O'Reilly, and when Engels was playing well, because McGregor's probably the biggest fan of Engels at Celtic. He always talks him up, he's always bigged him up, and he's the type of guy he would love in the midfield with him, but he looks a real talent, and I can see why that would make sense, but he's the type of guy that's got to be on the plane to the Algarve as well. He's got to be, if you're looking for Champions League qualifiers, you've got to have Duran. If it is whoever the players you've identified, if you get them in, you've got to get them in quick as well. That's where Celtic are at, but Devine looks a proper player, I've got to be honest. I think he'd been an exciting one as well.
The other one, Ryan, that I need to throw at both of you, and it's not a new name, but it's one that I'd love to see Celtic get done. Elijah Just. I mean, he's been outstanding at the World Cup. What did he finish with? Was it 3 or 4 goals?
3 goals. 3 goals in 3 games. I
mean, do you think he's perhaps priced himself out of a move to Celtic, or surely Celtic can still get a deal done if they want it done? But I guess if they did want it done, maybe it would have been done by now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Elijah Just, without a shadow of a doubt, is my favourite player in the Premiership last season. I actually voted him as my Scottish Football Writers Association Player of the Year. He was that good. He was majestic to watch. I think he had 15 goal contributions. I think it was 8 goals and 7 assists for Motherwell last season, which, by the way, was his debut year in Scottish football. He took it by storm and really lit up the Scottish top flight, and quite rightly, he's on the radar of many clubs. My understanding is that there hasn't been any official bids for him yet, but Motherwell obviously will be braced for offers over the coming weeks. I don't really know if Celtic want him. We know that Celtic have scouted him last season. Celtic want him. I don't really know what they're waiting on. Is it perhaps they're waiting to see if Arnie Engels goes out the door, if Benjamin Eagleton goes out the door? I know Rio Hatate wants to leave. Paulo Bernardo's been a fringe man. You'd probably expect him to leave as well. So is it maybe a case of waiting to shift them on before firming up with their interest? I'm not sure, but I think that's an absolute no-brainer for Celtic. And like you say, Dan, 3 goals in 3 games for New Zealand in the World Cup. It's like he made history as well by becoming the first New Zealander to score a brace in the World Cup as well in a single game. So he's just an exceptional talent, and I was actually delighted to see that he performed so well in the World Cup, because people would have said, he's all right doing that in the Scottish Premiership, but he's able to make the step up, and he did. He was absolutely outstanding, and hopefully as well, we all want to see Scottish clubs maximise the value of players, and hopefully that'll add on a couple of pounds anyway to his price tag at Motherwell, because you'd expect him to go for a record fee. I think Lennon Miller was a record sale, around £4.7 million plus add-ons. So Elijah Just is worth that and even more. Have Celtic missed the boat? I'm not sure. But I think he would absolutely be open to a move to Celtic without a shadow of a doubt. Just depends what other options on the table. I wouldn't be surprised if Big Jens comes in for him at Toulouse as well. He's obviously worked with him before Motherwell, so he's the one that unearthed him. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think it's an absolute no-brainer. I was interviewing Scott McDonald the other day, and obviously Scott McDonald played for both Motherwell and Celtic, and he's covering the Cup Down Under, World Cup Down Under as well, and he's watched New Zealand closely. And he compared them to a Stan Petrov, You know, I think a dynamic player that makes runs into the box, and obviously he's prolific as well. I just think he's an exceptional talent, and I think Celtic should absolutely push the button on that one. For me, I just wonder if they're waiting to offload a couple of players beforehand, because, as I said, the midfield's looking a wee bit congested at the minute. But you know, they've got to be proactive rather than reactive, because if they leave it too late, there's every opportunity other clubs to come to the table, and that's what Celtic want.